Hi, you've stumbled onto another episode of Let's Chat Sales. And in this episode, this really short episode, we talk about how to examine some of your weaknesses and how to work around them. It's a little bit of a confession. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, like and subscribe. And let's dive in. Okay, so Bob, guess what? It is another episode of Let's Chat Sales.
Let's chat sales.
Yes, that's right. It's good. So today, here's what I want to talk about: accountability and getting stuff done. I have a
For you or for your client?
For me.
Okay, because there's
And
a
then
difference,
it's actually-
right? Getting stuff done
actually-
for a client is, Brendan,
Yeah.
get this done by Monday at
They're
9
actually
a.m.
but they're sort of the same for me. So here's the
Okay.
thing.
Tell me
you
more.
and I are different, right? On this topic. To get stuff done, I need to have a gun to my head, in a sense. I need to have a deadline. So I find that I use customers and commitments as a way to get stuff done. So I'll be on a call, or I'll be in a meeting with someone, and I'll say, I'll get this to you by Tuesday. And that is a gun to my head that I got to get it done by Tuesday. I cannot not do that. It makes me nuts. So I use sales commitments as a way for me. This is a confession, is what this is, Bob.
I'm listening.
That's what I use to kind of keep the momentum going in a sales process. I kind of have to have a deadline to get it done by a certain time. So I do make commitments that force me to make sure that, this thing is moving forward at a certain path.
That is so counter to how I operate. I make commitments. If the person says we need this by Tuesday, I would say, okay. And in my book, I'm doing it on Thursday or Friday because I want it to be done and off my plate. And if I don't have commitments, I was telling you before the program, I've written a couple of books and the only commitment was I need to get a book done.
Yeah.
I'm very good at internal motivation.
Yeah, I admire that. I'm not like that at all.
Thank you. I know if we did enough of these, you'd admire me for something.
I love you, man. But that's one of those skills that I find that there are two ways for me to operate. Either I hang up the phone and I do the work right then.
Okay.
Like right then when it's fresh in my mind.
I do a lot of that.
Yeah, that works for me. And then the other is, if it's commitments on Tuesday, then I can't get anything done until Monday night or, Tuesday. And then I get it to them. If I don't get it to them by Tuesday and it lingers, oh man, it could go a month. And I'm sure I'm not alone in this.
No, not at all. I think the great thing to me is that you've figured out what works for you, just like I've figured out what works for me.
Yeah.
And that's really at the core of this discussion. It's like whatever works for you to get the work done when it needs to be done, whether that's a deadline you set for yourself, a deadline your customer sets, however you hack that to get it done. That's what we're really talking about.
Yeah, it's some self-awareness about what your strengths and weaknesses are and where you are inclined to excel or fall down. I call this strategic promising. Because
you could write a whole book on that.
It forces me to deliver, because so much of sales is just showing up. If you can show up on time, get stuff done, that's the difference between a lot of successful salespeople, successful founders, and the ones that aren't. Is they show up, they do the work, they get it done, they meet deadlines or exceed deadlines. This strategic promising, I find it helps me to stretch. It makes me better. I have to try a little harder. If I have to,
and you do more. I mean, I know just from working with you on things that when you have competing deadlines, you get more done.
Yeah.
When you don't have deadlines, I know this about you. You don't. It just,
I need a gun.
Yeah.
I need a gun to my head. Yeah.
Like you've been about these podcasts. You've been really clear. I want to do this.
Yeah.
There's a sequence for them, and we meet that schedule because.
The minute you don't, it's like, it slips. It's much better to get something going. So anyway, that was my thinking about that. So I guess the takeaway here is figure out what your style is, figure out what works for you, and then embrace that. Figure out a way to embrace that, understand the methodology that works for you and what your limitations are. Those happen to be mine. It's like this course. We're going to be creating a course. Now we got a deadline. We're going to have something. We're going to launch it by June 1. And so, So
I love that you know yourself that well. I think that's really the key here is know yourself well enough to know what works for you.
Bob, it's my only shortcoming.
Well, Brendan, as you like to say, I think we kicked this one.
I think we beat the crap out of this one. All right.
Okay.
All right, Bob. Let's do it again sometime. What do you say?
Hey, I would love to chat sales with you again.
All right. I'll see you. Good talking. Okay, well, that was another episode of Let's Chat Sales. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, please like and subscribe, of course, and check out one of these other episodes here, wherever we put them. I don't know where we put them. Someone else does that. Thanks for listening.